Hey guys, I am at a parking lot, which is a great place to work dogs. And I'm here with Luke. He's on the last day of his 7-day brush up, just tuning up all of his obedience commands, making sure he's listening nicely. And what I'm gonna do now is just walk you through all of the commands and show you what he knows. Right now I've got him in a sit stay. That's implied, so we tell our dogs to sit, and it's implied for them to stay until we release them. So if he were to get up and break his sit, I would say no. I would click the remote and I would put him back in his sit. Accountability, that's what's going to keep our dogs successful and keep them listening to you. Now I'm going to flip the camera around and we're going to go through his downstay, his recall, and his heel. Luke, down. So notice I said his name. He stopped what he was doing, looked right at me. That's something we worked really hard on, because before, when he got here, we would say his name and he would come rushing towards us. So now I've got him in this beautiful downstay, and the rules are the same as the sit stay. If he breaks his command, I would say no. I would click the remote and put him back in his downstay if needed, and repeat the same trigger. Triggers are things that get him to break his command. So sometimes it's moving away from him. Sometimes it's running by. It could be a leaf blowing in the wind, right? So look. Okay, and then I'm gonna repeat that same exact trigger that got him to start to sit up and say, ooh, I'm gonna break my command. Good boy. By repeating the trigger, that's how you create a mom-proof dog, a dog who can hold its commands no matter what, because they're learning, oh, I only get out of this command by being either released or put into another command. Down. Very good boy. Thumbs up. This time we're going to try a recall. Recall is getting your dog to you. So he's going to hear the tone beep by his ear. It's something we added on this week because he didn't have that from his program a couple years ago. And I'm going to give the verbal command, which is come, and he gets up out of his downstay, he comes to me, and he sits somewhere around my feet. Okay? Luke. That's a good boy. He stops what he's doing. He looks over at me. Come. Good boy. Pair it with the tone. Come on. Good boy. Sit. And he sits at my feet. That's a good boy. That's a good boy. All right, let's show you the heel. Heel means walk nicely at my left side, slightly behind me, following my pace. He is too big to be pulling on the leash and dragging people around. He's almost like walking a camel. All right, so here's how you get your dog into a heel. I'm gonna say the word heel. I'm gonna tap my left thigh. I'm also gonna tap the tone button, because that's always gonna get your dog to move, okay? And then I'll discuss what to do to keep him in heel position. Heel, good boy. So now we're moving together as a unit. I tapped my tone as soon as I said heel. Nice off-leash heel. Leash is dragging. He's using my left leg as a reference, because if he can't see my left leg, then he can't know where I'm going. So where my remote collar comes in now is anytime he veers out of heel position, whether that be forward, veering to the left, or lagging behind, I'm gonna be holding pressure down until he gets back into position. That's the way we're gonna hold our dogs there. Okay, now watch, if I turn right here, he should follow me. That's it, good boy. He's getting a little bit out of position, so watch this. I'm gonna tap my tone, and it moves him right back. Okay, he closes the gap, not me. So if I notice him moving to the left, guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna move to the right and make him fix the mistake. I see so many owners trying to fix their dog's heel position mistakes by keeping them successful, and if they see their dogs like moving to the left, then they're going to try to close the gap. It's like, no, you let your dog close the gap. And once he understands, oh, this girl's holding me accountable for my position, walks will be great because he's doing all the work. I'm just there to hold him accountable. So that's pressure right there, and he closes the gap. When I mean pressure, I mean the black button. I'm holding it. Sometimes I tap, 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 tap until I see him fix his mistake and get right back to my left leg. Something to practice for sure, but overall his heel is really nice. If I stop, he should stop, and I should tell him to sit. That's a good boy. stay. Fun little things you can do to keep his obedience sharp. Put him in a sit stay, walk away. Break. Good boy, Lukey. Good job. I got you on the camera. One cool thing about having an off-leash trained dog is that you can give them potty breaks and not always have to be holding on the end of a tight leash. If any time I need him back to me, I would just recall him. Go potty. Let's say I don't want him going any further in that direction. So watch how my organic recall works. And here he comes running. Sit. See how that works? And I don't say much, right? So I just started tapping my tone button. He came running to me, and then yes, I give him a sit command. But there's no like, Luke, sit. No, sit. I said sit. No, Luke, come on, sit. It's like, no. I say sit. If he doesn't sit, I click the button and he sits. Break. So he's understanding everything. Let's give him another potty break. Good boy. Using that break time to go potty. One other thing I like to practice with the dogs to keep them sharp is what Josh calls the join up. So I'm going to actually be recalling him into a heel. And lots of dogs, when we first try this, they come, but they shoot by you right past that heel position. We want our dogs to come to us and lock into the heel position. So I'm just going to say the word heel. I'm going to tap my tone. He's expected to come up and join me and lock right into that position right there. Okay. Heel. Good boy. Not bad. Most dogs on their first time, and he's no exception, just a couple days ago, just shoot right by you. They come and they just go right by. So we want our dogs to come to us and then lock into that beautiful heel position right there. Sit. Good job. Good boy. Stay. Down. That's a good boy. Click. No. Down. There we go. I'm glad you guys got to see that, because here's the process. I told him down. He started to go down. He got distracted by something over there and then kind of froze midway down and then looked at me and I'm like, no, down. Like, that's what I asked you. And then kind of hesitated. So I clicked again, and then you get what you want, right? And it's even more committed than any down I've ever seen in this entire session. So it's just another example of how holding our dogs accountable and the follow through to when we ask them these commands is so important. Your dog is definitely capable of holding commands, prioritizing you, listening without complaining, and being a pleasant companion. The hard part is in the beginning when we're having to hold our dogs accountable by correcting them for non-compliance, and that's the hard part. But once you're over that hump, you get a dog you can take anywhere. They listen to you no matter what, and it's just really fun for them to be around. He's really focused on a bird over there, and I'm going to show you how with ecollar pressure, not even really saying a word, I can get his chin back down to the ground silently, okay? I'm starting at a 10. That's a 10. Go to a 20. Go to a 30. There we go. So to walk you through what I just did, I didn't really like the intensity that he's looking at those birds over there. It kind of felt like he was about to break his command and go chase them. So I'm using silent communication, which is just clicking. And he's already in his downstay, so contextually, when he feels pressure like that, it's only going to mean to relax even further. It's not going to mean heel, it's not going to mean come, it's not going to mean go to place or sit. He's going to feel that and go, oh, okay, I need to relax. That's what we teach our dogs. So I started at a 10, then I went to a 20. Ultimately, I ended up at a 30, and that's how I get this relaxed down position. This is what we call state of mind training, and this is really 100% follow through on commands that we've asked. And I can get goofy, crazy Luke back in a half a second. Break, good boy! And then he can go explore. But it's so important that we know how to keep these dogs not only in their commands, but keep them calm as well. Luke is that tiny little dot way back there. I'm going to show you guys a silent recall, long distance as well, where I'm not going to say the word. I'm just going to start tapping the tone here. Okay, I can't tell you how useful this is. You know, at night, if your dog's in the backyard and you don't feel like screaming their name, you just start tapping the tone and then they come running on the hiking trail. I just love this tone feature so much. Just tapping the tone. Good boy! So at the sound of that tone, he's trained to come to you. You don't even need to say a word. That's a boy. Good boy. Sit. There we go. Good boy. Break. Good boy. Come on, bud. Let's go. You can do it. Get in there. Come on. Come on. Get in there. Good boy.